Hey everyone, what's up? How's it going? This is Finite MTG, and drafted yet another sweet deck for Hour of Devastation. This time off camera, unfortunately, which means going to be going over the draft log somewhat quickly here, and let's get to the matches that I still have not played with this deck. I'm really excited to see how things shake out. So, pack one, pick one here. I am just looking for whatever. Um, Actually, I think we can close this too. Um, Whatever's going to be the most powerful card on its own. Reason to Believe is not something that I am impressed with or that I have been impressed with. So I really like Desert's Hold. It's just kind of a strictly better arrest. Gains you 3 life if you have a desert and shuts down a creature pretty much no matter what. So yeah, that's going to be my pickup here for pack 1 pick 1. Moving on to pack 1 pick 2. This one is a lot more interesting. So there are a bunch of good cards here you can make an argument for. So Ambuscade, really strong removal spell. Sinuous Striker, Riddle Form, both pretty decent blue uncommons, and a Doomfall too. Even the Green Desert is a pretty strong pickup. So remember, we started with a white card, so nothing on color here. I think Ambuscade probably goes into any green deck, where something like Riddle Form is not necessarily great in any blue deck. But I do think Riddle Form is just the strongest card as a standalone thing. The fact that it kind of lava spikes your opponent getting in for 3 a turn, and then being able to scry 1 if you're running out of gas can really turn around a game that you had no business winning. So pack 1 pick 2 here, I went with the Riddle Form. Not really what you want to go with your Desert's Hold, but still trying to figure out where things are going. So pack 1 pick 3, not even going to really talk about this. There's a River Hoopoe in the pack, really sweet card, fun stuff. We just picked up a blue card, so I'm thinking, hey, maybe we could go blue-green, maybe we could splash white. That said, the blue card that we picked up, and I alluded to this before, not really the kind of blue card that you want in your blue-green like ramp/value deck, but River Hoopoe regardless, just the easiest like pick here, most powerful card by a lot. Now things are getting pretty interesting here too. So there's a Sifter Worm in this pack, and Sifter Worm is definitely a strong Magic card. So 7 mana, 7/7, trample. When it enters the battlefield, scry 3, then gain life equal to the top card's converted mana cost. So River Hoopoe into a Sifter Worm, just going to be like very nice green-blue ramp value draft. There are some other good cards in the pack. The Black Desert, the Dauntless Haven, Manticore Eternal's also a nice one. But yeah, after picking up the Hoopoe, going to be an easy Sifter Worm here. All right, next pick. So this pack, nothing spectacular here. Angel of the God Pharaoh's okay. Aerial Guide, not bad. There's also a Rampaging Hippo. Don't actually remember what I took out of this one. I think it was either the Aerial Guide or the Hippo. But yeah, just wanted to stay on color. Okay, nice. I did take the Hippo. Yeah, the Hippo does seem to be the stronger card for a deck that wants to ramp. And yeah, the aerial Guide, it's good with green fatties like Sifter Worm, but it's more of an aggressive slanted card. So yeah, Hippo's a nice one. Hippo and Hoopoe. All right, pack 1 pick 6. Packs are finally starting to dry up. We have a Hostile Desert. No deserts yet to go with it. I don't actually know if the card's good because I haven't played with it, but it seems like a trap to me. Spellweaver Eternal kind of goes in that department with the Riddle Form, where it is a really nice card, but unfortunately it's pretty narrow. You really want it in the blue-red aggro like prowess deck, and when you're not able to get it there, sometimes it's just, not necessarily worth putting into the deck. But there's really no competition for it here, so I did end up picking it up. All right, pack 1 pick 7. Another one of those weird packs where there's just nothing really exciting at all. Best card in this pack by a mile is the Aven of Enduring Hope, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to be green-blue. I'm going to presumably end up with a lot of mana fixing. I already picked up that pack 1 pick 1 Deserts hold. I'm going to be splashing white. So yeah, I just ended up going with the Avon here. This thing keeps jumping down. It's not supposed to do that, but yeah. Anyway, Avon here. Moving on to the next pack. So this one was a fairly close one. I had a lot of incentive to try to play that green-blue value ramp deck, but part of me is thinking, okay, this is a really late Oketra's Avenger. Maybe I should just play like some green-white beatdown deck. And I can take the Avenger and try to do that, or I could take a Hippo. The second Hippo doesn't really fit into the green-white beatdown plan super well. It's not exactly a bad card because it does have cycling, but regardless of how well it fits into that, it leaves me more open, and it's just a stronger card, I think. So I ended up picking up the Hippo. Now double Hippo with the Hoopo. So this is the first pack coming back around. Reason to believe, definitely a little tempting when I have some Hippos and a Sifter Worm. The idea of spending 5 mana to, dump a 6 or 7 mana card into play is appealing, but I think the card is a trap. I have played it before. Sometimes you just whiff on the scry, or you're not able to set it up in a very nice way. A lot of these blue-green decks don't actually play very many creatures, so that's definitely a potential problem. So just ended up going with the Manolith here, looking to pick up any kind of fixing, any kind of ramp that I can. Survivor's Encampment is technically fixing, but Manolith is just better at that. So late Doomfall here, card's solid. Don't really love either of the Eternalized cards, but there is a Survivor's Encampment. I figure, what the heck, Doomfall is not going to make my deck, but this thing might. So picked that one up. This pick got a Desert of the True. Jeru's Renunciation, another card for the aggro decks. And even though white is my splash color, cycling deserts are just good. I already have a Manolith, so even without like a Plains or something like that, I can still cycle this desert if I want to. And I do have the Deserts hold as well for a tiny bit of synergy there, and you never know when you're going to pick up more desert synergy. So did end up going with the Desert of the True here. All right, pick 12. There's really nothing going on here. I took Frilled Sandwalla just because it was the best card, and you might have seen that next pick I'm taking a Survivor's Encampment. Thank you for that one, Magic Flooey. But after that, yet another Survivor's Encampment. So classic, like, what was that, 1, 2, 3 Survivor's Encampments in 5 picks, right? That's pretty crazy. But a lot of encampments. All right, moving on to pack 2, pick 1. So Mirage Mirror, not exactly sure how good the card is. I think it's a fun like commander card, bit slow for what I'm trying to do here for the most part, but I know I'm locked into blue-green. I'm probably splashing white. Not sure exactly how many cards I'm going to be playing in white, but yeah, if I'm locked into blue-green, 5 mana 4/4 flyer is exactly where I want to be. So really easy Ominous Sphinx here. Moving on, this pack, there's really not a lot going on. I think I ended up taking the Unsummon, even though I don't want to pick up an Unsummon second pick. I mean, the Sidewinder Naga is just not interesting to me, and the other blue cards, I mean, Tragic Lesson maybe would be okay, but I think that's better for more of a straight-up control deck than a ramp deck, and yeah, or a spells deck, I suppose. But yeah, I did end up taking the Unsummon. Okay, next pick here. Now things are back on the super exciting train. I've got an Overwhelming Splendor, and I don't know exactly how good this card is. I tried to play it a couple times back when Hour of Devastation was first around. I didn't have too good of success with it, not like Sandworm Convergence or Cruel Reality. I seem to win every game where I resolved those cards, but I mean, we're here to try it again. We're already splashing white. We've got the green-blue payoffs. There's nothing super exciting in this pack. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd be happy with the Bitterbow Archers, but sometimes you got to try out the splashy mythic rares like this. So yeah, gonna try the double splash here with the Overwhelming Splendor. All right, pack 2, pick 4. So I wasn't totally sure what I wanted out of this one. I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll take the Dune Diviner. I do have a bunch of those late gold deserts that I picked up in pack 1, so maybe I could gain some life there. I was thinking about a Harrier Naga just as a decently statted card. I think this pick is where I took the aerial guide. Yeah. And I'm not totally sure this one was correct because I don't think aerial guide really belongs in this kind of deck. Uh, I've already alluded to a number of blue cards that are really archetype specific. So not sure if this was the best pick or not. Harrier Naga is fine too. I could see boarding the aerial guide in against an aggressive flyers deck, but I'm guessing Dune Diviner was probably the right pick here. Strategic planning, not a bad one here either. Okay, pack 2, pick 5. So in this one, there's definitely a temptation to take the Quarry Beetle. I've got, I think, one Cycling Desert so far, so it's not looking amazing, but 5 mana 4/5 is just a solidly statted creature. There's also a Feral Prowler, definitely a card that would make my deck, but hey, I'm green-blue trying to double splash white for this Overwhelming Splendor, so I better just take this Traveler's Amulet. That's what I ended up doing. Alright, next pick. This one is another pretty unexciting pack. Countervailing Winds is probably okay. Gift of Strength, more of a card for the aggressive decks, but not a bad card. But here, I ended up going with the Desert of the Indomitable. It's definitely a nice one. Would work with the Beetle if I had ended up picking up that. Works with the Desert's Hold, and green is going to be my most played color here, so I'm going to be cycling this one more often than the white one for sure. Alright, in this pack there's really nothing here at all. I think I ended up going with the Seer of the Last Tomorrow, just as it's the only on-color card for what I'm trying to do, but man, it is not an exciting card at all. Pack 2, pick 8, things are looking a little bit up. There's the 4th Survivor's Encampment if I'm interested in that, but I ended up going with the Bitterbow Sharpshooters. We did see one a lot earlier in the pack. I think it was in the Overwhelming Splendor pack, so glad I got at least one, though I don't think I'll be able to wheel the other. Alright, pack 2, pick 9. Here, we got the Mirage Mirror back, and I figured, what the heck, you know, I'm not playing a 3-mana 3/1 or a Gift of Strength, so might as well try out some more rares. We did pick up the Mirage Mirror. Very late Torment of Venom, by the way. This pick, Cunning Survivor, is probably playable, but it's not really a card that I'm interested in. So I ended up taking the Jace's Defeat for the sideboard, in case I run into a blue deck with a lot of things I want to counter. And once again, pick was spoiled here. I was thinking pretty hard about this Hash Up Oasis, but you know, it's not a Cycling Desert. I really don't have a lot of synergy going on, so I took the Countervailing Winds over it. Not sure if that made total sense, but I thought it was a fairly close pick. This one I took the Crook of Condemnation. It's the only on-color card, so not too much going on there. And I think this one I took the Solitary Camel because 3-mana 3/2 lifelink is a pretty high ceiling, especially for a common at pick 13. So yeah, pack 2, pick 14, I think I took the Swamp here to try to push someone into red. That's kind of a fun trick. It doesn't always work in pack 2. It's usually best used at the end of pack 1. But sometimes if you're not likely to play with the other people in your pod, there's very little like downside to passing like a very medium playable like this, and it can just mean like, hey, I'm not playing this color. So that's a good trick to remember, especially for the end of pack 1. All right, pack 3, pick 1. Pack 3 was very kind to me, so really excited about this. We have a Bontu the Glorified, which, even though I am planning on double splashing white, I decided, you know what, I'm really gonna be strict with myself here and not go into a 4th color. So I was looking at the Lay Claim and the Shafet Monitor. Colossopede, not a bad one either, but I ended up going with the Lay Claim. It's got the cycling for 2 mana, and just 7 mana Mind Control is still good and limited, especially in a deck that's looking to ramp. And I'm hoping maybe I can wheel one of these fine green cards, and maybe if I don't get the Monitor or the Colossopede, maybe I at least get the Spider. Alright, so here we have a Drakehaven. I've got a couple cards with cycling. I've got the Hippos. I've got a couple Deserts, but I think it's a pretty irresponsible pick, even though it's definitely a fun and powerful card. It's the kind of card that you don't really audible into. You don't just see, oh, it's a pack 3 Drakehaven. I guess my plan is to pick up cycling cards, you know, like they're going out of style or whatever. So yeah, just ended up going with a Colossopede here. The Ronos' Monument, technically a ramp spell, but a lot of the cards that I want to ramp into at this point are not necessarily creature spells. So you have the Overwhelming Splendor, you have the Lay Claim, and even like the River Hoopoe, yeah, it's a creature, but the Ronos' Monument does not help with the ability. If this were like a Gift of Paradise, I think I probably would have taken it, or at least considered it a little more. But I did end up going with the Colossopede here. All right, next up. So this pack was another very good one. Very good black cards here. The final reward, the Black Cartouche and the Neheb. For me, there's a Cartouche of Strength and there's an Edifice of Authority. So this card is a really nice defensive card until you get all the bricks on it or whatever. And at that point it says, until your next turn, the thing can't attack or block and its abilities can't be activated. I mean, it says activated abilities can't be activated, but I don't really know if that line of text is necessary. And yeah, it's just a really strong defensive card. The Cartouche of Strength is another card that I love. I love that this thing gives trample. I love that it's a May. It's just a very pushed kind of fight effect. But my deck actually is pretty low on creatures, and it's not like I'm going to be able to go like 2-drop into Cartouche very often, or even 3-drop into Cartouche. So I ended up going with the Edifice, which I think makes a lot of sense in this deck. It's kind of fun with the Mirage Mirror too. I guess I can still put the brick counters on the mirror, even though it's not going to stay a copy of the Edifice. Alright, in this pick, I was like, oh my gosh, Gift of Paradise. The great card that has since been upshifted to uncommon. That would be perfect for this deck. And then I noticed there was a Channeler Initiate, and I was like, well, that card's busted, right? So it's 2 mana. When it enters the battlefield, you put 3 -1/-1 counters on a creature you control, and then you can remove a counter from it, the Initiate, to add 1 mana of any color. So that pretty much, it's just a nice mana dork that's going to turn into a 3/4. So excellent limited card. Sometimes you want to remove the counters from it just so you can have a 3/4 or whatever that can block. But yeah, definitely a good card. Sad to pass the Gift of Paradise because it would be great here, but gotta take the Channeler. All right, so I see another Gift of Paradise, and I'm like, yes, I'm gonna pick this one up. And then I see this card, definitely a card that was underrated in Triple Amonkhet, because cannot tell you how many green, blue, splash red decks that I drafted with Bounty of the Luxa. So complicated card to remember everything it does. Pretty much the turn you play it, it doesn't do anything. And then it alternates between drawing you a card and giving you 3 mana, one of which is colorless and 1 green and 1 blue. So let's see. Remove all flood counters from it. If no counters were removed this way, draw a card. So that means you play it, the turn you play it doesn't do anything, then you draw a card the turn after. Then the turn after that, you're going to add 3 mana. So a little bit weird. I think I would rather add mana first and then draw a card, but can't really complain. It's a sweet rare. I'm excited to play with it once again. So passing another Gift of Paradise, sadly, for that one. Very, very strong black card in the pack here in a Decimator Beetle. So strong, in fact, unlike the Bantu, that I was pretty tempted to try to splash. But there's a Compulsory Rest, totally fine removal spell. The 2 life is, I'm not going to say it's irrelevant, because, you know, if they sacrifice a creature with Embalm or Eternalize, then they can get the value out of it that way. But the 2 life is less relevant for my deck than like an aggro deck for sure. So always happy to pick up a nice good removal spell. All right, in this pack, I think I just took the Winds of Rebuke. I could have taken one of the kind of flyer hate cards for green, Spidery Grasp or a Stinging Shot, but I think I just took the Winds. Yeah, it's just going to hang out in my sideboard, I believe. All right, pick 8. I'm like, okay, there's another Gift of Paradise. Now I have to take it, right? But it's another sweet, sweet card, the Weaver of Currents. Taps to add 2 mana to my mana pool, which means I can go turn 3 Weaver of Currents, turn 4 Hippo, just like that. It's basically, I don't know, Palladium Mirror, I guess, or kind of a Warren Power Stone if you want to go a little further back. Definitely a really nice card. Played them in all my Bounty of the Luxa decks back in Triple Amonkhet. And I, again, really would like a Gift of Paradise. There's an argument that this is better than the Weaver because Gift can help me double splash, no problem. But sometimes you gotta be a sucker for those nostalgic higher rarity cards. All right, pick 9. This is the original pack. This one I just took a giant spider. I ended up in another one of these decks where I really felt like I needed some way to interact with flyers and I didn't have one. So picking up a giant spider in addition to the Bitterbow sharpshooters that I got a while before should be good enough. I also have the Omnis Sphinx. All right, in this pack, not a whole lot going on. I believe I took Cancel for the sideboard. Could take Forsake on the splash if you're worried about artifacts or enchantments, but decided I was not. There's really nothing for me here. I took the Supply Caravan in that card. I mean, it's never going to make my deck, but it's sort of on color. Could have taken the Neheb. Doesn't really matter too much. All right, now pick 12, we get a Gift of Paradise. So past 3 of them, wheeled one of them. I was ecstatic about that. This deck would play as many as like 3 Gifts of Paradise, I think. So got 1 Gift of Paradise and 1 Mana Lift. That's going to have to tide me over. Next pick, I got an Oashra Cultivator. A lot of people underrate this card. Definitely does not seem amazing at first glance, but it's hardly unplayable either. So I was excited to pick up another ramp spell late here. Ancient Crab, it's double blue, so not really what I'm trying to do, and Shed Weakness, a little too aggressive. Pick 14, nice Ornery Kudu. Kind of a sweet one with the rare 2-mana Mana Dork, but it's not going to make the deck. It's just not an exciting enough creature and a little too aggressive. So that's pretty much it. Now it's going to be time to play the matches. I'm going to get a drink of water here to try to fix my voice. But yeah, this deck is super, super sweet, so I'm excited to see how things are going to go. All right. Play first. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a keepable hand, so we are going to mulligan. This one looks quite a bit better. Not really sure what I'm supposed to do in terms of what to bottom, though. I think I'm just going to bottom the spider anyway, be a greedy monster. Like, I didn't come here not to try to play Overwhelming Splendor, right? Though I think if you're actually trying to win the game, I would probably bottom the Splendor. Opponent kept 7, it looks like. Desert's Hold, not a bad one. Okay, opponent seems to be on some kind of aggro deck here. Already wishing I had that spider. Right now, I have mana to cycle the Green Desert and play a Desert's Hold next turn. Ooh. Yikes. Yeah, we're going to be Desert's Holding that, I guess. Opponent missing lands too, potentially. Nice. Yeah, I guess. Do I want to cycle the Green Desert, or do I just want to play it? I could play the Sharpshooters. I don't think that really makes sense. The Green Desert doesn't really do anything, right? I guess I'm cycling it. Okay, well that was an interesting draw. So, opponent is eventually going to lose their thing. We're going to gain 3 life back. They're missing land drops, so hopefully, as long as they don't kill the Weaver, yeah, we should be in fine shape. Ooh, that was a nice one. I'm just going to jam the Sharpshooters here. Get a clock onto the board. Oh, discarding the hand size. Yeah, sometimes you keep a 2-lander and miss. Let's see, so I can play Amulet, I can crack Amulet. Let's just attack, I guess. Yeah. So right now I have 6 mana. If I draw a land, I have 7. I mean, the opponent's pretty much dying no matter what, so it doesn't matter what happens, but... Okay, 3 mana, 3/2. That is extremely fair of you. How about 7 mana, 7/7? Attack with this. So we'll get an island. Good thing I didn't mistap there. Oh, I counted wrong. Oops. Somehow I managed to make a mistake anyway. Well, it's not really going to be too consequential here, but I guess this means next turn we will have the Overwhelming Splendor, if that's really important to us. So that thing's going to die. Do I even want to show them the Overwhelming Splendor? I mean, if they let me play it, I'll play it, but... Okay. I mean, we didn't come here not to cast it, so... But yeah, last turn I could have sworn I didn't play a land, and that was false. But, all right, nice 1/1, bro. Ambuscade, okay. Guess you have a 2/1 there. But yeah, not super relevant what happens at this point in the game. Okay. I don't know. I guess I'll play the Sifter Worm. Attack for both. Trade off here. It doesn't matter. Okay. We really do not need to show them all these cards, but I'm enjoying this. All right. Guess that one was enough for them. Okay, so red-green aggro. We do have a Winds of Rebuke in the sideboard. That's going to be nice. Maybe against an Ambuscade, maybe against the enchantment thing. So I want to lower the curve if possible. Maybe I could cut a Mirage Mirror. Seems cuttable here, I think. Nothing else I'm really in love with. Could play a Sandwalla. It's like an okay blocker, maybe. Not really sure if it's worth it or not, though. Let's just run it back like this. This is fine. Okay. I mean, as long as the Channeler Initiate lives, this hand is excellent. So we also need to draw some lands. So maybe we're asking a little more than I thought. But we're playing effectively 18 lands, though, so, you know, what can go wrong? Okay. If we draw another land, then we should be good, because we can go Gift of Paradise onto an untapped land, and then we can hold up Winds of Rebuke on this thing, maybe. Yeah, never blocking here. Surprise. Opponent hitting land drops this game. Ooh, so am I. Nice. Now we get to do this. Okay. So now we've got either the Winds of Rebuke or the Unsummon up. The plan here is going to be to play the Winds. And then next turn we can like think about this stuff. We can play one of these, whatever we want really. I think I just want to do this right now. River Hoopoe, Colossopede. Okay. They milled an Exemplar of Strength and a Harrier Naga. Got it. No Ambuscade on this is a good sign. Replaying that is also a good sign. Okay, so we get to turn this thing into a 2/3 now at any time if we want to do that. We have 4 mana, which means we can 4 mana with lands, 1 mana with this. Yeah, I think I just want to play a 5-drop and get a little greedy. Maybe the Sharpshooters would have been better because of Vigilance, but I think this is fine. This might be an Ambuscade on the Sidewinder Naga. No, it's a Beneath the Sands. I don't think that card belongs in their deck necessarily. So I have 1 green mana here. Not too many tricks they could have, I don't think. Maybe literal 0. Which means the Nefcrop Entangler cannot really attack. Oh, they do have a mountain now. And a thing. Got it. So I guess we're taking 9 here. Yeah, not too worried about my life total. Okay, so if I want to use 5 mana, I think I'm going to be using the Edifice on this thing and bouncing this. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to attack here for 4. We are all the way down to 10. Alright, so we're going to use this here. Now we're going to bounce it to their hand. Puncturing Blow. Okay. Oh, interesting. They didn't replay the Nefcrop. Don't really know why they didn't do that. Maybe they're blowing up the Edifice. 5 mana. So play this. I already played a Forest, so play this and crack that. Just get a Forest, I guess. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to pass here. Plan on using the Edifice. Hope they don't have some way to destroy it. Hour of Devastation. I guess that's a reason not to play the Neff crop out, but luckily for us, we've got the sharpshooters still in hand, so that really didn't do a whole lot. Let's see. Now we're going to run out the sharpshooters and just pass the turn. Thresher Lizard, that's a 4/4, and a Hope Tender. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's just Deserts hold this Thresher Lizard. Are we gonna gain life? I don't think so. I don't think, yeah, we haven't seen any deserts. And we're going to make the Hope Tender unable to attack or block until our next turn, which means we get to hit for 4. They can sack the desert if they want to get in some damage. That's fine with me. Though I would have liked to gain the 3 off of having desert, unfortunately. That was not an option. Yeah, they're just going for it. Sure. So you got to hit me for 6, I guess. Five. They probably don't want to exert here. Yeah. You got me for 5. Ooh, and a Burning Fist Minotaur. That card's very nice. Land is not going to be good enough in this spot, doesn't look like. So this thing's going to be unable to attack or block. We're going to attack for 4. They go to 8. Yeah, so they're dead just a couple hits here, but unfortunately their deck is built to push through damage. My deck is not amazing in this kind of spot. Okay. So they're just going for it. No? They play any creature here, and I don't draw something. Might just be dead. Okay, well they did not play their card, which makes me think land or removal spell. Okay. It's definitely a good draw. I guess I want to see if I can get this 2-for-1, so I'm going to make this thing unable to attack or block. Attack for 4, see if we can trade my 1 creature for their 2. Looks like they're going for it. Hope they don't have any kind of pump spell here. Okay. Now we play this Hippo, which is a 2-turn clock. And they should be in a good deal of trouble here. Colossipede, interesting. Blocker? Question mark. Alright, the background noise should finally be done, so apologize to everyone for that. Okay, not an amazing draw. I think, let's see, this thing, these are both lethal threats here, because they can discard 2 cards. Ooh, that actually, I'm not dead because I have blockers for both, but it's not looking great. Drawing land there was not good. So I can't attack, obviously, so just have to. Wait, am I missing something? No. Okay, I'm not missing anything. Can't attack. Just going to put another brick counter and make the Burning Fist unable to attack, I guess. Ooh, a Ramanop Ruins. Okay. Almost dead to that. Okay, that should just win the game, I guess. Yeah, let's cast that here. Let me tap like this. Pray for no deserts, I guess. Now we're going to use this on this. Attack for 5. 2 lethal threats next turn. They can sack. Oh, interesting. Okay, that doesn't kill me though. Like I have a blocker, so gonna need something here. Open fire. Dune Diviner. They can gain 1 life. Sure. I do have 2 lethal threats. Are they doing it now, I guess? Sure. Ooh, that was a great draw as well. So we get to make them chump with both of these. Oh wait, do I have lethal? I have a 5 power trampler. They can put something with 2 toughness on it, so they take 3. So no, not lethal. So we're going to say, let's see, going to say you can't attack or block and your abilities can't be activated. We're going to make you chump with both of your other creatures. Then we're going to play an Aven of Enduring Hope. They already played a sweeper, so I don't think there's any point in playing around another. Alright, gain 3 life. Must be nice. This thing can't attack. We're at 8, they're at 2. I mean, there's no way out of this for them. So, okay, well, round number 2. Madoka. Alright, we're going to play first. Sand's a little mana heavy, hungry even, but should be fine. Keep it, cycle the desert. Don't think we want an upkeep stop here. Well, maybe I'll... Do I want an upkeep stop? Maybe we do. Whoops. There we go. This is going to get blue mana. Click through the upkeep stop. And, ooh, that's a nice one. So I guess my play... I don't think it matters which land we play yet. But note that the amulet cannot get white mana. Because we only have the white desert in terms of color producing things. Okay. I think now maybe we crack this amulet. Gonna have another hippo here with the mirror. Boop. Ooh, a lay claim. Very nice. So now I'm not totally sold on cycling this thing. We don't have double blue, so we might think about holding on to a counter with this. Triple red. They're missing a color, I guess? We get to beat for 4 with the Mirage Mirror, because it's not going to have any counters on it, which is kind of fun. Yeah, we don't have enough mana for a hippo this turn, so I guess I will just tap double green to cycle this. Okay. Play planes here, I guess. Not totally sure it matters, but hit for 4. Next turn we've got a hippo on the way. be a lay claim after that. Steal your land? No? Okay, they had enough. All right, well, still a pretty good start for this deck. So they are red something with no early plays with the red cards. Could be red black aggro. I do think red tends to lend itself to the more aggressive decks. They probably had some number of 2 or 3 drops in that hand if they kept it that were just off color. Mirage Mirror was pretty nice that game, but I'm not sure it'll be that way every game. That said, even though I'm tempted to bring in the Winds of Rebuke, I'm just going to run it back like this. I don't think we have necessarily enough knowledge about either what they're playing or how good the Mirage Mirror is to change things up. So this hand is definitely a greedy one. We could keep it, try to hit land number 2. If we do, we've got 2 Cyclers for 2 and then a Manolith on 3, but I think I'd rather just mulligan than go through that fiasco. Okay, this hand is also bad, but I don't think we have a choice anymore. We do have a Channeler Initiate at least, and even a Cultivator, which is not bad, so I think sadly I will bottom this Splendor. And let's see if we can hit land number 2. If we hit land number 2, we should be fine. Unless they kill the Initiate. Red-white, interesting. Harsh Mentor. Okay, well, fortunately, the Initiate's a mana ability. Dang. Alright, well now we're getting punished just like the opponent. Maybe I should have gone to 5. I don't really think this deck wants to go to 5, though. Or any deck, for that matter. At least we get to block the damage. Two 1-landers in a row with an 18-land deck does not feel amazing, but not too much I can do about that. Minotaur, Sure Shot. You got it. Land. Nice. That Plains, once again. Glad it's not a tapped land, though. Gotta hope this thing lives. If it does, we might just be using it to crack the Cultivator. Try to get more mana. Okay, I'm not blocking that. They didn't even attack with this, which is funny. Sun Scourge Champion, okay. Yeah, I mean, we are cracking the Cultivator here. Which is going to deal us 2 from the Harsh Mentor, unfortunately, but not too much I can do about that. Attack with all. Yep. Okay, we got them to waste their mana, I hope. No, we were close. Alright, well, we're going to do it post-combat anyway, so doesn't matter. Okay. Archer is going to get outclassed extremely quickly from this Initiate. Okay, so now we will... going to take some damage, unfortunately, for doing this, but... taking damage already anyway, so... Bounty of the Luxa. I don't think I can afford to play that one. This does not count cycling on the battlefield, yeah. Land. Nice. Okay, we're going to cycle this too. But we're going to do that later. We're almost just dead. That's probably lethal. Take 2 plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that's exact lethal. Dang. Okay. Welp, not too much we can do that game. Hopefully game 3 will not go like that. So they are red-white super aggro. I guess we're going to take out Bounty of the Luxa. Kudu. Who do I do? You do. Kudu. Seems okay. Could think about a 3-mana 1/4. Don't love that though. So yeah, I think the Kudu is probably best option here. Didn't see any auras or anything to make me want the winds too badly. Didn't see any flyers for the aerial guide. So yeah, let's just run it back like this. Draw a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, let's play first. This hand is going to be a keep, but it is slow one, unfortunately. Cycle hippo number 1. Take this thing off. Okay. Kudu. Edifice next turn. Hopefully we hit land number 5 for either of our 5 drops. Trial of Zeal. You got it. Kind of a liberal use of a trial there. Alright, alright. Run this thing out. We gotta pray for land number 5 being on top, though. Not sure how we win this game if it's not there. Sure shot. The mirror. It's pretty bad. Got a cycle now. Even if we draw a land, we... Oh, God. Yuck. Okay, looks like we're gonna lose then. Unfortunately. I mean, we basically just time walked ourselves. If they have, like, an Electrify or something, I'm just gonna die. So... Prevent you from attacking. Another sure shot. Okay. Desert. Really needed to draw untapped land. I mean, just for a long time. Two drop. And another 2-drop. Ugh. Yikes. Land. Okay. So I'm not sure which one we're supposed to play yet. Guess it's probably this one. I want to play the Avon at some point, but I'm afraid of trading it with a sure shot. If they have an Electrify, I just lose. Cartouche of Zeal. Target creature can't block this turn. Am I dead? Feels like I'm very close to dead. I think I am just dead, actually. They just equip this somewhere else, and then I take... Yeah, that's exact... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I guess I was supposed to play the Aven, maybe. They messed up. Okay, they just had lethal and decided not to kill me. But it doesn't really matter too much here. If they have any white combat trick, yeah. Okay. I mean, we're technically alive, but we're also definitely not really alive. Yeah, they can just play the trial shooting my face, and that deals me 5, so. Yep. Alright. Nothing I can do about that. But yeah, just for reference, last turn, the opponent made this unable to block. Then if they had equipped this to a 2-power creature, if I make that unable to attack, they hit me for 2+3+2, which is exactly lethal, so they just missed that. But nothing I can do about this. Happens. All right. Game 3, or round 3, I guess. All right. Gonna keep this hand. Not a bad one. Any third land is going to be pretty nice. As is, I mean, we can play a couple relatively unexciting 1-mana cards, but hey, there's land 3 right now. A lot of ramp here. Ooh, I was about to say not a lot of pamp, as Newmont would say, but now that we have the Splendor in hand, there is hope yet. We could do some fun things. They don't even play... well, will I bounce that? I guess I will bounce that. It's going to buy me some time. Okay. Guess my play now is this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe for the Splendor. Don't kill it. Oh, they killed it. How rude. Well, now that they did that, I'm going to play this. I'll just play a gift on a forest. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang. Maybe I crack this here. I don't even have mana to play this and sack this, unfortunately. Like, the land enters tapped, so. I guess I'm just cracking this thing. A little confused why they didn't play the 2/1 flyer out over that. Honored Crop Captain. Okay. Well. Plains, I guess. I don't know. 7 mana. Getting close now. Close to the Splendor. I accept. You got an Electrify for me? You do. Or a 5 damage thing, maybe. Sure, that's fine. Okay. Wasn't gonna do anything about that. Okay, so now I guess we Splendor them. This is gonna be fun. Boop. Gotcha. 3 mana, play a 1/1. 2 mana, play a 1/1. It's a bargain. 4 mana, play a 1/1. Okay. Okay, okay. Ooh. Alright. Bam. That's not a 1/1. Let me reveal the Colossopede! No, come on. Bottom. Bottom. Top. Okay. Red, white, aggro. Less exciting than my round 2 opponent's deck. I'm going to try to play this Bounty of the Luxa. They showed me Binding Mummy. They showed me the 4 mana 2/3 thing. And the 3/2 and the 2/3. Oh, let's run it back. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to keep this. Natural Tron, can't refuse. We've got the Edifice, Spider, and Sharpshooters. A lot of reach. Not the kind that points burn spells at your opponent's face. Channeler Initiate. Don't mind if I do. Honored Crop Captain. Honored Crop Top. So now, as long as they don't kill this thing, we should be in great shape. We just get to dump a Spider into play. We're taking 3, but like, who cares? Play anything other than like an Open Fire. That's a good card. I mean, they do have good cards in their deck. Gotta show them that Natural Tron into the Spooter, into this thing. This thing is so far above the curve compared to that. Okay, they're just not going to attack now. Ooh, Cartouche of Zeal. Okay. Getting a little frisky. They get to exert this now. Let's see if they find the line. They did. Okay, we're taking some damage. 10 to be precise. Nope, more than 10. Actually, quite a bit of damage. You know, whatever amount that was fine. Guess I will just play this Aven. I don't want to die, so womp womp. Because if they attack with stuff, their stuff's going to be 4 power anyway, so it doesn't matter in terms of playing the Sharpshooters. So just dump an Aven into play, gain some life. Go. Attack. Kill. I mean, not too much I can do about this. Try to eat this. Try to kill that too, I guess. Okay. Open fire? Nope. Nope and fire. This guy, I guess. Just gonna let this hang out and block as a 3/4 with that if we want to. Kind of nice. I think they're kind of dead. Like, either you have an open fire or you can't really kill me here. Dauntless Haven again. Yeah, I mean, we have 2 reach creatures. We're about to drop the Edifice. I mean, we can also play that card, I guess. Yay. I feel like this is how round 2 should have gone, by the way. Just like, I don't know. Felt like my opponent had a pretty nuts draw. We took over 10 damage a turn in this game, and it just doesn't matter. Like, either they can burn us out or they're going to lose. Even if they, like, puncturing blow something, we still have 2 creatures that can block flyers. Yeah, like, they can still attack all here, and it just doesn't matter. Yeah. Desert's Hold. You don't gain me any life. Could play the Hippo. Do like playing the Hippo. Could play the Edifice too, but let's just get this Hippo online. Alright. And now we can start attacking. Blood Rage Brawler. You got it. Let's get the Edifice going, I suppose. So the Desert's Hold can gain me life later on, potentially. Attack for 5. That feels like a lot. They agree. I haven't played a land this turn, have I? No, because I played the Hippo last turn. So we can Amulet, which is 2 mana. And yeah, get a land and still activate the thing. This time I remembered. Alright. Get that thing, because I don't really have favorable blocks on it. Let's see what they have here. It feels like their last card might be a spell. Land. Interesting. So I'm trying to figure out whether I want to play the Desert's Hold here. I think I do. So just put it on this thing, because if they deal 2 damage to me somehow, then this thing can exert and kill me. So get this out of the way. Missing out on some life potentially, but I don't think that's super relevant here. Yeah, just attack for 5. If they want to double block, I'm good with that. No? Okay, now we'll drop a Manolith, still activate the Edifice without playing the land, so yeah. Firebrand Archer. Okay, now if you have a Blur of Blades, that can kill me, I guess, but not too worried. We get to threaten lethal here. That's a decent draw. So if we just take the Blood Rage Brawler, this is 5 power trample, which means if I attack with all the other stuff, block, block, block. If they don't block, 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 they take 7, so no, that doesn't quite work. But I can, let's figure this out. So I can go, I can lay, I mean, they might just scoop here, right? But if they don't scoop, I can do this. Now, I can attack with this. I can attack with this. I think I can also attack with this. I think those are good attacks, and then I can prevent the flyer from attacking. This forces 2 chumps, and I have 2 blockers and the Edifice, so yeah. I like this. Don't think you should put that on here, but okay. Works for me. So now either they like draw an open fire this turn, or it's just game over. We can even level up the Edifice by targeting the creature with the Desert's Hold on it. But all right, well, this deck was completely busted. Round 2, annoying for sure, don't get me wrong, but that's life and that's variance, so not too much I can do about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. This deck is a treat, or it was a treat, I should say. Very reminiscent of the Snow deck from Modern Horizons, in my opinion, when you draft a good desert greedy ramp deck like this. But no real desert payoffs. I still feel like it's similar. Anyway, once again, thank you all for watching. I will probably be playing more of this format, though I have felt kind of the ugly side of variants a little bit lately, so I'm not sure. But regardless, I'll see you again soon, and I hope you're all doing well.